Hey, welcome back, knife nerds and everyday carry people. It's your boy, the Big Connector here, coming at you with a series of little mini reviews here. So we've got some things here that are not knife related, but everyday care related, and just thought I would kind of talk about them. We've got my Keysmart here. We've got my Embassy pen here, which is, I've had this for years. And of course, we've got something that every knife guy should kind of have a look at, and that is your little new skin. I don't know about you guys, but I cut myself all the time, and man, oh man, it drives me crazy to be having band-aids on my fingers all the time. You know, trying to press my smartphone or my tablet with a band-aid on drives me bananas, and this kind of helps with that. So I'm going to kind of go over this stuff here in a second, but we'll start off with the Keysmart. Now this is a wonderful little, I'm going to say little, fairly large sized key holder, but this one happens to be the Pro Edition with the tile locator, and it is extremely handy. I had a little knockoff key organizer that I purchased, and it was about $9 or something like that. It organized my keys. It was okay, but the screws kept backing off all the time. You know what? And it was kind of sharp, and it was a little bit smaller, and I just had it at capacity. And man, oh man, I do a lot of stuff through Mass Drop, and I actually purchased my son a knife for Christmas that was supposed to be there at the first part of December, and it got lost somewhere. So they actually gave me a credit, and with that credit, I managed to pick myself up this Keysmart. So I know that on the website right now, they're quite a bit more than what I paid for it. I do believe they're $84, and I ended up paying through Mass Drop Canada about $45, and it actually didn't cost me anything because it was a credit. And something that you definitely want to look at here. Now, let's just quickly kind of go over it. Now, it will hold 10 keys. So I've got it stuffed with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 keys, and also a little bottle opener that it comes with too as well. And that bottle opener doubles as the latch for it. And this is just an aftermarket latch that I attach my keys to it. But the really, really cool thing that I like about this is the fact that it comes with a little flashlight here on the end. And if you double tap it, it'll actually stay on for 10 seconds, which I thought was really, really neat. Now, I've used that quite a bit because at nighttime, I actually use my house keys and my mailbox keys on that one end. And it's just, I know that people can, they can make a key from what you see on the internet, but if somebody wants to steal my house, here it is. And it's nice. It's easy. It is a really, really well-built tool. So now it's rechargeable, so it just recharges with the USB-C, and they say it lasts about 3 months, and I'd say they're right. I've had to recharge this one time here. No, 2 times. I've charged it twice. But then again, I don't use the flashlight quite a bit, so I imagine if you use the flashlight quite a bit, it will go down. But you can actually find your keys using an app that's on your phone or an app on the internet. So just to give you an idea of what it sounds like is you just open up your phone app and you push find, and there we go. So that finds your keys. It plays that little tone, and it's cool. I've used that numerous times to find my keys because it drives me crazy when I can't find. Now, there is one other thing too as well that I think is fantastic, and that is the Keysmart will also allow you to find your phone. Now, man, oh man, you'd think that you'd have a hard time losing your phone, but sometimes the phone falls in the seat or under the seat or in the cushions or something like that, and basically what you do is you press your tile button, as you can see here, twice, and then it plays a nice loud tone. So definitely something that I would put in my pocket again if I lost it, which I hope I don't do. seems like it's well put together. This side's a little bit bigger here. It's made kind of a plastic material, but it seems like it's holding up really, really well. I've had this for, like I said, since Christmas time. And we are in April, so you know what? So how many months is that? And it was really, really easy to put together. It came with a lot of the little washers in between, so it allows you to fit 10. Yeah, you can get other accessories for this too from the Keysmart website. But you know what? I'm just going to tap her coal with this for now. And so far, it's done a great job. So now let's move on here to something that was... Not everybody kind of wants to have one of these or needs one of these, but I, 10 years ago, I started working for a company called Worth Canada. I'm sure everybody knows that by now. But we used to have to fill out order sheets all the time. And I would lose pens, and I would break pens, and it was driving me crazy. I probably went through a dozen pens in the first 3 months that I had worked with this company. So my wife, for my birthday, she actually picked me up this Embassy tactical pen that was actually out of County Comm in the States. And it was, man, oh man, this is a great pen. It is, put that over here, by there we go. It is a fully stainless steel version. Now, there are versions out there that are brass, that are copper, stainless steel. I don't know if they make a titanium one, but from what I read online when this pen first came out, these are pens that were designed for the FBI, and they're basically an army, they're a surplus. So they had an extra pile of them, so they basically sold them out, and you could buy them, and this was back in the day about $40 and worth every penny of this. I've had this for 9 years, and it is held up extremely well. It is fully stainless steel. The knurling on it was really, really sharp when I first got it, but you know, over time I've used it so much that it has you know, kind of calmed down a little bit. It takes a Fisher Space Pen insert, so very easily available insert that you can get about $9. And I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Fisher Space Pen insert, is they will write underwater, they'll write upside down, they'll write on just about anything. And let me tell you, it is extremely smooth writing apparatus. Here, let's grab myself a piece of paper here, and I can show you how well this writes. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and great action on this. I happen to like blue. My penmanship is that of a 3-year-old, so please don't knock me for that. Love the way this writes, the Fisher Space Pen writes. Over the years, the only thing that has ever happened to this is this end here has slowly started to bow a little bit, because basically when you turn it, you know, I always give it a good tight. And the other thing is this clip here just kind of, I had it in my front pocket one time, and I snagged it getting out of the vehicle, and I took this and I bowed it right out like that. And it would not touch the pen anymore. It was screwed, and I didn't have these little tiny screwdriver to fit those times, so all I did is I bent it out and I grabbed a pair of pliers, and I just haven't had a chance to put it on a little anvil and ball peen it and straighten it out. But other than that, fantastic pen. It's got great weight to it. I can smash a window with this. You know, you could use this as a tactical pen if you needed to be, but overall, just an absolutely fantastic pen. Get one of these if you have the chance. Now, the other thing here I want to go through really quick. Oh, almost knocked off my my kick-ass Toronto Maple Leafs mask, because damn it, I wish hockey was back. Oh well, just flying my colors. All right, I hate cutting myself. This is a product here called New Skin, and it is for minor cuts and scrapes. It is basically, what it is a medical grade super glue. It is what it is. And I have got little cuts all over my fingers because I'm a knife sharpener. I collect knives, and I'm always giving myself little nicks and cuts and scrapes, and I don't like having Band-Aids all the time. The other thing that happens, I'm not sure if it happens to you folks, is I end up getting cracks along my thumbs and stuff like that. I try to moisturize, but I'm a guy and I don't always have moisturizer handy. And man, oh man, I hate that. It bothers me, especially when I golf. I grip my club and sometimes it'll tear and it'll cut and it'll bleed and it'll bother me. And this, what I end up doing is I just, before I golf or lots of times I'm out, I'll just paint this on. As you can see, and it just basically paints on. And you gotta let it dry though. That's the only knock I have on this is you have to let it the drying time. So now this little bit that I've put on my thumb, I've put it in kind of thickly. It'll probably take about 20 minutes for it to really dry and cure up. And so that's, I wish there was a little bit way to make it a little bit quicker. Now I do happen to have a spray that does, it's actually a spray for cryocyanolate glues that basically you spray it and it'll be instantaneous cured. And it will work with this. I just don't like the smell of it. So if you had that spray, I guess you could put it on, give it a spray. It's not medical grade, so I don't know what it's doing to my body, but I have used that spray before, and maybe one of these days I'll show it to you. But that's then the other thing is you got to kind of apply it every day. So this little bit here, I cut the end of my finger yesterday morning, and it wasn't extremely bad, but it was enough that it was bleeding. It was bothering me, and I'm not sure if you guys have the same thing, but those little tiny cuts, they get a little bit dry and then they start to drive you crazy and they hurt. And especially on my finger here, that's one of my dominant hands and dominant fingers. So I put it on yesterday morning and it lasted right till this morning. Got out of the shower and I could feel that it had split a little bit. And so I just applied it this morning and then all of a sudden it's working fine and I shouldn't have to worry about it the rest of the day. So that is a product that you can get. I just basically got it at Shoppers Drug Mart. It's called New Skin, and I'm just trying to see who it's made by. Manufactured by Moberg Pharma. So I'm sure there are versions of this made by Johnson & Johnson or Bausch & Lomb and stuff like that. This one happens to be New Skin for minor cuts and scrapes, and all it is just a medical grade cryocyanolate glue or basic super glue. All right, so I hope this was informative to you guys. It was just a little bit of a mini review on some certain things. Just don't always want to go with the knives. And now, if you like what you heard here, please give me a like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it so much. I'm having a lot of fun doing this, and I'm meeting a lot of folks, and I think it's absolutely great that you guys are enjoying what I'm saying. It makes me feel good, and I hope I've brought a little bit of information, a little bit of levity, and a little bit of entertainment into your lives today. This is the Big Canucker saying, please, please stay safe. Keep the shiny side up, your stick on the ice. Adios.